Mayuresh, you did point out something very important that, let's wait and watch for the Trump swearing in. And I think the markets also are waiting with bated breath to see how things will shape up and will probably look for some direction going after. Um, Tell us, in your own assessment, what is it that Indian markets will look at, will be most vulnerable as a segment or as a partner when Trump really assumes office? What is it that is, on the back of the mind, probably coming in as a big concern for the markets?
First thing actually is the unpredictability of Trump himself, right? I don't know whether what he's going to announce, nor does he. I'm pretty sure. So I think he's very, very proactive, very spontaneous when it comes to all this. But when we analyze that markets with India, a large part of the tariff impositions that might actually happen and compared it within various other countries, specifically the emerging pack. I think the tariff impositions that are probably happening or expected to happen on a reciprocal basis, if that does happen on an accelerated basis, India might be one of the least impacted economies across the globe. But again, I think from a trade perspective, I think we import lot more in terms of goods rather than exporting. I think IT services is a totally different ballgame altogether. And you've heard his tweets and comments in terms of H-1B visa, qualitative assessments in terms of the data sets and the intellectual proprietaries that the IT sector probably exhibits for the sector as a whole. But outside that, if you want to look at textile, chemicals, shrimp feed, seafood, I think a large part of the tariff imposition, India is relatively better off compared to the rest of the pack. And therefore, I think we'll be the least impacted in all these scenarios as well. But I think it's interesting to see what it probably comes up with. And therefore, I think the markets are waiting with bated breath on what few days probably pose from a Trump administration perspective.
I guess time will tell, and we will have to wait 3 more days before we see that happen. And finally, we will get to see whether the markets have anything to worry about or nothing at all.